Green. Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left to the 5-yard line. Stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. The Clippers on the low block, kick out downtown, Yahtzee.
Two pitch, face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
It is field hockey night here in Exeter. The 2024 NHIAA Division II Field Hockey Semifinal on NFHS, presented by Service Credit Union. Service Credit Union, the official credit union of the NHIAA and New Hampshire High School Sports. Visit servicecu.org/NHIAA for free financial literacy programs. I'm Zach Johnston with Steve Cody on production here on NFHS. It is a gorgeous Tuesday evening here in Exeter. The winner of this game faces off against the John Stark Generals on Saturday for the Division II championship. Which team can prevent John Stark from three-peating? Will it be the Bow Falcons or the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers? The Bow Falcons are underdogs against a familiar opponent with their season on the line. Bow upset Hollis Brookline at home back in late September, which ended up spoiling a perfect season for the Cavaliers. Bow knows what it takes to beat the Cavaliers, but do they have the endurance to push their way into the championship? They were champs in 2011, the last time they were there. And we're going to introduce the starting lineups.
Peyton Vaughn. On defense, number 4, Madeline Hebert. At forward, number 5, Shire Kelly. At midfield, number 6, Kaylee Jocks. On defense, number 7, Kylie McKee. On defense, number 11, Kaylee Poitras. On defense, number 13, Sophia Coombs. Midfield, number 15, Elise Jocks. And forward, number 18, Ella Gray. At midfield, number 24, Josephine Johnson. And in goal, number 50, Kayla Crosscut. The Cavaliers are led by their head coach, Sarah Vaughn. And now for the starting lineup for the Cavaliers, forward number 2, Sabrina Hill. At midfield, number 3, Brooke Bouchard. And forward, number 8, Caroline Crawford. On defense, number 9, Annie Olszewski. And defense, number 10, Paige Shirley. On forward, number 15, Emily Tebbets. On defense, number 18, Bryn Spencer. And forward, number 21, Naya Chernberg. At midfield, number 22, Addie Marchant. At midfield, number 29, Ashley Disco. And in goal, number 72, Maddie Barich. The Cavaliers head coach is Greg Cochran. At this time, we ask you stand if you're able, and gentlemen, please remove your headgear for the performance of our national anthem.
We welcome you back after the national anthem here once again. I'm Zach Johnston on the NFHS Network for the 2024 NHIAA Division II Field Hockey Semifinal, also presented by Final Forms. Final Forms leads the way in sports registration for the compliance, health, and safety of our athletes and is official partner of the NHIAA. See finalforms.com for more. For more insight into this game, we mentioned Bo, and now Hollis Brookline. Could this be their year? The Cavaliers have yet to take home the Division II Field Hockey Championship. After being the 7th seed last season and knocked off in round 2, they surged through the competition this season, finishing at 15-1. Now, who stood between Hollis Brookline and their perfect season? It's their opponent today. How poetic. The Bo Falcons. They were upset by Bo at the end of September. They lost 1-0. However, they went 15-1. They're the best team in the division. These two teams, they know what it takes. But Hollis Brookline, they have never won the Division II Field Hockey Championship. Could this be their year? Their coach, Greg Cochran, gave us some tips, some players to look out for. Nia Jernberg, senior forward. She's committed. D1 Field Hockey committed. Wagner, she's an All-State nominee, and she's the second leading scorer on the team. Sabrina Hill, team captain, All-State nominee. She's going to lacrosse. She's going to St. A's to play lacrosse. They've got some superstars in their team as well as Emily Tebbets, Brooke Bouchard, Addie Marchant, and Ashley Disco. This team is ready to go, and so are the Bo Falcons. And so are we. Zach Johnston with Steve Cody on production. Here we go. The second game of the day. The winner of this game has a date with John Stark in the finals on Saturday. Starting goalies, the Falcons start Kayla Cruscott in net, and the Cavaliers start Maddie Barrick in net.
Will be the home team in tonight's contest.
Hard hit, and that one will go staying in play. Bo's going to have this deep inside their zone, and they get a chance to bring it out, and it's intercepted there by Ashley Disco. The Cavaliers have their stars, and we see some generals of John Stark staying around to see who their opponent will be Saturday. A pass down low and a battle for the possession ends up taken away there by Kaylee Poitras. I mean, what a beautiful night for some field hockey. The clouds have cleared up, or it's just a straight black sky here in Exeter, New Hampshire. The host for the semifinals, the finals will be played at Bedford on Saturday. It'll be John Stark versus either Bo or Hollis Brookline. One of these teams is going to stand in the way of a three-peat from Hollis Brookline. They defeated the Hanover Bears 3-1 in this game. Before this, we had the coverage on NFHS. It was a great game, but it was all John Stark after the second quarter. It was really John Stark all game, and that second half went back to Hanover's favor. But the Generals were able to pull away and get their berth in yet another championship game. We're focused on this one here. 3-1 was the final. Sending it down and chasing for the ball. And we're going to have that one go right back into the way of Hollis Brookline. Rosters, team photos, and more are available on the Championships digital programs while you watch at home. View the programs on your laptop, tablet, or mobile device at NHIAA.org. Digital programs have definitely helped me out finding rosters and getting them all set up for these two games. You can access them at home as well to watch along. We got a battle in midfield for possession. That was Addie Marchant, one of the players Coach Cochran mentioned to us. Defensive Player of the Year and the leading scorer on the team. You're a stud. She's a senior. She plays mid and she plays defense. But when you're the leading scorer on the team and Defensive Player of the Year, that's your star. That is a crazy sight to see. Watch out for number 22 in the white and blue, Addie Marchant. But now the Falcons bringing it in. And a beautiful setup here, but nobody there. A good pass attempt, but they couldn't convert. And now down the near side, it's brought toward the sideline, and it's broken up there as Ella Gray got in there. Bouchard hitting, and it gets deflected out. Move down low with some bodies down there. Defensive attempt there. They couldn't get a clean hit on that, was Adi Olszewski. Floater off of the stick of Caroline Crawford. This team's got 6 seniors, Hollis Brookline, against Bo's 5. But Bo has just 1 junior and 14 underclassmen. 7 sophomores, 7 freshmen. I'm a firm believer that Bo is going to be up here in the top 5. They're the number 4 seed at 12, 3-1. They're going to be up here for a long time. There are 3 losses coming to John Stark, Oyster River, Sauhegan, and they tied at Dairyfield to end the year. And then they came into the playoffs, and they had their way with the Sabres in the tournament, beating them 3-1 to earn themselves a semifinal berth. And Hollis Brookline took down Plymouth 2-1. They were the 8th-ranked team. That one going wide, and a big opportunity there spoiled as the Cavaliers just missed the net on that. Under the 10-minute mark already, as both, the first game went by real quick. Only 1 timeout. We had 4 total goals, but it went by pretty quickly. John Stark taking down Hanover. We'll bring it up many a times here, as this game I think is going to be more evenly matched. I mean, we saw Hanover and John Stark have a battle, but this is going to be like a duel between Hollis Brookline, the juggernaut, the 15-1 team, but they don't have that tournament experience. They have never won a state championship. I mean, they got those 6 seniors, but they were knocked off early last year. And then you got Bo at 12-3-1, looking to really make a name for themselves. They have not had much championship success. It's been since 2011 since they won. So these 2 teams, not a lot of recent success in the postseason, battling for a chance to face the playoff juggernaut and John Stark on Saturday. Not a lot of early opportunities here. That one gets sent down low, kicked away, and the ball rolls down, and a great save by Maddie Barrich. I bet it got hot early in the year for those goalies and all that gear outside. And for ice hockey, you're in ice. But, when these girls start playing in late August, early September, it gets hot out there, and you're wearing all that gear. Huge props to those goalies out there. You can't even imagine. It's going to go back the way of the Falcons. Sent down and going right back out of play. Sent up the sideline, but the Cavaliers pestering Bo. And they're able to get it toward midfield, and up the wing they go. Spinning around, and this will stay Cavalier possession from the midfield. Down and chasing that one was Sabrina Hill. But it goes out of play. Cavaliers are assisted by Megan Elwell. The Falcons are assisted by Marcy Kelly. And the New Hampshire State Liquor Commission would like to remind all athletes to continue to push and chase greatness, and to remind everyone to stay strong and responsible and work together to prevent underage alcohol and tobacco use. Sits right there for Bo, and it's Kylie McKee who'll drop it back. Sent over to Kaylee Jocks. Onto the stick of Emily Tebbets now for Hollis Brookline. but it's sent back to Bow possession. Up our near side was Sophia Coombs. Immediately turned back over, but she pesters for possession and fights with it with Emily Tebbets. And this battle staying around in this general area. One of these teams is going to squeak by, and Beau's got to hope it's not Hollis Brookline as it's in their range of area. But now the Cavaliers are going to set something up here. It's up to Brooke Bouchard. Bouchard charging in. And we've got ourselves our first corner hit of the game. First penalty corner hit coming up. We'll see what Hollis Brookline draws up. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We got our first penalty hit of the game.
Marchand with the corner for the Cavaliers.
And it is Addie Marchand to serve it up. Broken up. Great work by the Falcons, but the ball stays loose in the attacking circle. Kept in by Hill. Hill goes in to try to make a move, but inevitably the Falcons are able to come away on defense here. They still got a job to do as that one goes out of play and back into the way of the Bow Falcons. From free checking to the right savings accounts for your whole family, Service Credit Union is there for all your financial needs. Learn more about free financial literacy programs at servicecu.org/NHIAA. Return to action here. Nothing between Bow and Hollis Brookline. Exeter Field serving a good host stadium for this Division II tournament. I think we'll be back here for the soccer tournaments that are also being held here as well for Division II. The semifinals and finals. And then Division I will be held at Manchester Memorial. That gets blocked there by Maddie Hebert, Madeline Hebert, sophomore defenseman. But yeah, 7 sophomores and 7 freshmen on the varsity roster for the Bow Falcons field hockey team. Just 1 freshman made the Hollis Brookline team, and that was Paige Shirley, who starts. Number 10, look out for her. I mean, she's got to be a star if she's out there. I don't see her right now. I do actually now. She got down low trying to pester for possession there. Controlling the midfield possession here, back between 2 teams battling for it. And it's Nia Jernberg. And the battle there, she won it against Elise Jakes. We got 2 Jakes, Kaylee and Elise, another team with sisters, as we saw Mancini's on the other team. I can't remember which team it was. I'll have to look back. The Mancini's were on the Hanover Bears. They had 2 of them, and we got 2 Jakes. Meanwhile, here comes a corner hit. Another one coming for Hollis Brookline. Last time, Bo did a great job of getting defenders in the area and the way to break it up. Marchand will be the one to set it up again. Marchand from the penalty corner. Marchand gets it back, throws it on net, they score! Hollis Brookline from the penalty corner. They strike first. There's a little bit of a dull start to this, but the Cavaliers strike first.
Cavalier goal number 22.
And guess who? Addie Marchand. She set it up, and the play was designed to go right back to her. Leading scorer, defensive player of the year. She does it all, and she gets her team on the board first. The ever so important first goal of the game comes to Addie Marchand's Hollis Brookline Cavaliers. Really one of the only times they got shut out all year. Oh, duh. The only time they got shut out was when they lost. They can't get shut out and win. So they got shut out. The one time they got shut out was the one time they lost. And the one loss they had was a shutout. Is a better way to say that. And it was to Bo. And they come right out and they score against the Falcons in the first quarter with Addy Marchant. On those opportunities from the penalty corner, it's all about getting somebody open toward the net, because at that chance, it's a one-on-one with the goalie, and there's not much the goalie can do. Couldn't hold on to that one was Gianna Trott. But Bo can keep it on their side of midfield. It's sent back to the mid. It's Jocks. A little ping-pong action, batting the ball up in the air. And it goes to Hollis Brookline's way. Nearing the 1 minute mark here in quarter number 1. The Hollis Brookline Cavaliers lead the Bo Falcons 1-0, thanks to Addison Marchant's goal from the penalty corner. Maddie Barrich has yet to be really tested within the last few minutes, as Hollis Brookline has come out and established an offensive identity. Trying to carry this over to defensive. Now as Bo will take the possession and immediately brought right back by Nia Jernberg, was able to get her stick on that. It's Bouchard. Slides it over, and that got blocked there by Shire Kelly. Sent up into no man's land. Nobody by that one, and it's kept in by Hollis Brookline. One-on-one battles in empty possession. It's key to keeping momentum on your team's side, is just holding on the ball for as long as possible. Quarter 1 is complete. 1-0, the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers. They strike first thanks to their star, Addy Marchant. Heritage Home Services applauds the effort and teamwork of all student athletes competing today. Just like you, Heritage Home Services is dedicated to meeting any plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical challenge. They give all in their every job for every customer. And they let you know to keep striving for greatness. We'd also like to let you know that championship apparel is available online from our partners at Northwest Designs, Inc. Commemorate your championship experience with an event tee or sweatshirt today. You can shop online at nwd.inc. The Hammond Lumber Company is also proud to sponsor our high school state championship traditions. The Hammond Lumber Company, a fourth-generation family business, carries a full line of building materials and features home planning design centers, all conveniently located in the communities we love to cheer on. Learn more at hammondlumber.com. Well, a quick little chit-chat before we get into quarter number 2. And like we talked about, how important that first goal was for Addy Marchant to get Hollis Brookline out on the board. And Bo yet to challenge Maddie Barrich. So that's got to be something Coach Vaughn and the Falcons discuss in the break in between quarters, is how can we challenge the Cavalier defense, as they have yet to really get a good chance inside that striking circle. The Bacon, New Hampshire and the NHIAA have teamed up to launch Baking on Kindness and Sportsmanship to recognize those who exemplify respect and support for others. The schools will award special pins to student-athlete nominees, and one standout program will receive a $1,000 donation in June. You can nominate at NHIAA.org. Go ahead and hear that in announcement as well, as we get the same sponsor announcements to read off about how important these sponsors are to keeping these things going. I'm Zach Johnston from the NFHS, the 2024 coverage of the NHIAA Division II Field Hockey Semifinal with Steve Cody on production. It's a gorgeous night here, William Ball Stadium at Eustis Field at Exeter High School. Also the home of the D2 semifinal and final for the boys and girls soccer. But we are ready to come back for quarter number 2, another 15 minutes coming at us. As these two teams with which team can win it and face John Stark in the championship Saturday. Try to knock them off and prevent a three-peat. It's going to be one of these two teams. A reminder, Hollis Brookline 15-1. Their one loss, the Bow Falcons. The team they are currently playing right now, but Hollis Brookline came out firing in quarter 1, got that first goal with Addie Marchant. They lead 1-0. Hollis Brookline, they had their high was, they had 8 against Milford, 10 against Oyster River, but they floated around that 4, 5, 6 mark in those big wins. But I believe their biggest win of the year had to have been when they took down John Stark, their 4th game of the year. They took them down 2-0. It took all the way until their loss to Bow to give up a goal. So Maddie Barrich and the rest of this defense for Hollis Brookline is legit. Their goal differential is at 36 positive, and their goals against average is obviously going to be low. It's actually below 1. It's right around a half a goal, about 0.5. So it's really hard to score against Maddie Barrich and the rest of this Cavaliers defense. Oh, they got a chance for one now. Barrich comes out of the net, and Bo can't get anything there. Speak of the devil, but they can't get it there. An early opportunity for the Falcons. They were so close. They got Barrich out of her comfort zone. They couldn't find a way to get it in. And they're going to be thinking about that a while because it's, like I said, hard to get shots and opportunities against the Cavaliers. Bo averages 3.5 goals a game. But it's going to be really hard to do against this Hollis Brookline team. Both these teams 10-0 Laconia. I'm sure that's a growing trend, but they beat the teams that they should have. I mean, there's no real upsets here. I mean, when you're calling Bow that game an upset, I mean, those are 2 top 5 teams playing each other. It's only an upset because they ended up with Bow with the lower record. That one's going to bounce out low, and it was kicked away. Kept in the Hollis Brookline area to score, but a good job by Bow to get it out of there. Both these teams played Salhegan to end their year, and Bow actually fell to the Sabres 2-1. And then Hollis Brookline had their way with Salhegan 4-1 to end the season. The Cavs took down the Bobcats at Plymouth in their playoff matchup 2-1. And Bow defeated Salhegan in their playoff game. So they lost to Salhegan to end the year, and then they beat them in the playoffs, the one that mattered the most. Stay alive and have their opportunity to make it to the championship. We're going to have a penalty corner coming up, I believe. They're going to get the headgear on and prepare. They scored their 1 goal off of it from Addie Marchant. You'd be nuts to not put her in that setter position again.
Corner, Marchant for the Cavaliers.
It's Marchant again. They line up differently than I've seen. They've got a design play to try to make it 2-0. It's down low and it's broken up here by the Falcons, but it's still loose, and it goes just wide. Deceive me. It was a good opportunity, good setup. They just couldn't execute. The process was there, but the outcome just missed. Stays 1-0. However, we'll do it again.
Corner, Cavaliers, Marchant.
Set up again to try it. Sent back over now to Tebbets. No goal. Deceiving there, but rolled right in right after the whistle. It's a lot different than the Hanover Stark game because You know, Stark didn't have the #1 defense in the league. When you've got Hollis Brookline, oh, they just went on absolute tears without giving up a goal. And they never lost. They never gave up more than 1 goal all season, which is nuts to think about. Maddie Barrich. I mean, you know, when you've got Addie Marchand, when she goes both ways, she's Defensive Player of the Year. Ashley Disco in the midfield. It's hard to even get a chance to put one on that. And then you got Maddie Barrich back there. It was really hard for teams to get past Hollis Brookline. And the one team that did, it was Bow, and they won 1-0. So, again, Hollis Brookline, when they score more than 1 goal, they're undefeated. Here's a chance to make it #2, and whiffing there was Nyet Jernberg. You can't put a button on it too early if they were to score now, because if they change the way they think early, even in the first half, you know, it could ruin their chances in the second half. It's the playoffs, the postseason, it's the tournament. Anything can happen. You know, the regular season is wiped out. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can look at how they play in the regular season to figure out what kind of team this is, but, you know, things change in the playoffs. Teams are really playing for something now. It's Caroline Crawford. Worked her way through multiple Bow defenders. And we will head back to another penalty corner.
Cavalier corner, Marchand.
From the corner, it's Marchand again. They don't bunch up more this time. They're more spread out around the perimeter of the circle. Back up top, she's got an open lane, and it's blocked. Great work by the Falcons. Sent away, and we want to shout out Kaylee Jakes, who broke that up. Kaylee Jocks, rather. She was able to help break that up. It was a good shot attempt from Emily Tebbets, but Jocks able to put her body in the way. Keep this 1-0. Tiptoeing around the ball. She didn't get her feet on it. Luckily, it was Jocks. And deep into the corner. And they'll keep it in play as Bouchard kind of spun around now. Hard pass, couldn't find the proper recipient. But Hollis Brookline able to keep it in. Good move there by Ashley Disco. It'll stay Brookline, Hollis Brookline possession. She'll shovel it down low. And the pass ends up going to Bow's way. And last to touch was a Bow player, and it's now back to Hollis Brookline. They've been looking right a lot. A lot of these shots have gone on Kayla Crosscut's net. As we will, I think we've got an injured player. Just kind of hobbling over there. She's all right. Eastern Propane is proud to recognize and support the community service efforts of all teams and all sports. You can submit your team's community service project hours and photos at the NHIAA.org for your chance to win $100 to further your community work. And just like that, another penalty corner. A chance to make it 2-0 again.
Cavalier corner, Marchand.
They got Marchand back there in the corner. They had success with it early with their 1 goal. They'll move on to the other side of the net. Bouchard sends it over. Thrown on net, blocked down in front. And going to Bow's way, they make the stop again. This is really similar to what happened to Hanover. John Stark forced multiple penalty corners, and Hanover was able to bear down, no pun intended, and they were able to keep it out, but they gave up some turnovers. They ended up giving up 3 goals in the second quarter, and that's what lost them the game. And their lack of offense. And that's really what's going on so far for Bow. They just got to hope they don't give up any bad turnovers and keep this a 1-goal game. Chance down low. Can they get the shot off? Getting out of there and kicking it away was Kayla Crosscut. To the far side. I don't think the ball's left this half of midfield in a long time. See if they can clearly get it by. And it's still going to stay Hollis Brookline possession on their side of midfield. They have come to play here in Exeter. They know what's on the line. Battling forward toward the midfield. 3 versus 3. It was Trott versus Bouchard. Drop back Kelly to Jocks, and now cross midfield come the Falcons for the first time in a long time, and the Cavs able to play some defense. It was Bouchard able to bear down and play it there, chopping it up. And that pass got knocked down. This will go back to Hollis Brookline. Kept on their side by Kaylee Jocks. Jocks comes back with it. Jocks on the back pass over to Johnson. They're going to keep this going for Bo. Moving it over toward the 3-minute mark now. 1-0 in favor of the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers on their Addie Marchant goal from the penalty corner. That's off the stick of Sophia Coombs. And sent down but kept on their side by Josephine Johnson. Pass intercepted. Picked off, but the Cavaliers do a good job of not over panicking after that turnover. Staying true to themselves. Hanover gets it back. And a long pass ends up intercepted there by Paige Shirley. And gets the possession going back their way. Under 2 minutes. Up the field, and Bo doing a good job to break that impending Cavalier offensive movement up. Oh, man, Bouchard knows how to move with the ball, but a good job by Johnson to break it up. A pass was right in the area of Gianna Trott. It comes back over for Bo. Battling for it was Kelly. Big chance for Bo now. They need to get a competitive shot on net here in the dying minute here of the first half. Josephine Johnson has possession. She tries to send it over. It gets hit away. Dropped back off of the foot of Jocks and goes back to Hollis Brookline. They dig their feet in. It's the first defensive test for them in this game. And this whole game has been a defensive test for Bo. It's just a 1-goal lead for Hollis Brookline, thanks to Addie Marchant. Down up, and it's Josephine Johnson who sends it up. Battling it. Oh, that's tripping. That is an... You can't do that. That's tough. That's on Vita Rose's flag. She'll get the green card. She's out for the rest of the half. Now it's a clear obstruction with the stick. 16 seconds left in the half. Bo's defense has been the star despite the fact that Hollis Brookline leads. Can they get one more chance before the half ends? It's sent back up to the top, and that will conclude the first half. We've reached the midway point. Addie Marchant's lone goal has been it. The Bo Falcons trail the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers 1-0. When we come back on NFHS, it'll be half number 2 here at beautiful William Ball Stadium at Exeter High School for the 2024 NHIAA Division II Field Hockey Semifinal. I'm Zach Johnston with Steve Cody on production. We'll be back for half number 2 here between Bo and Hollis Brookline.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Hi, my name is Deb Cody and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I serve both residential and commercial clients in New Hampshire and Maine and work with an amazing team of KW colleagues and affiliate partners to help you achieve your real estate goals. In 2022, I ranked in the top 20% of 700 plus agents within my brokerage. I was nominated this past year to serve on the Agent Leadership Committee within my firm and have enjoyed giving back to my colleagues and local community. Are you curious to know how much your home may be worth in today's market? Reach out to me today and I'd be happy to run a complimentary comparative market analysis for you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
We're back here on the NFHS Network. Zach Johnston with Steve Cody on production. For the fourth quarter, can the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers hold on and make the 2024 Division II Field Hockey Championship on Saturday? Special Olympics New Hampshire and the NHIAA believe that unified sports help young people become agents of change in their schools and communities. The NHIAA currently offers unified programs in soccer, basketball, outdoor track, and volleyball. You can learn more at NHIAA.org, and the fourth quarter is underway. Sent over from Disco as Bo and Peyton Vaughn were able to facilitate some more fast-paced offense, but unable to get some real chances on Maddie Barrich, who has been a stone wall this year for Hollis Brookline. Cross-cut's been solid for Bo as well. Their biggest loss came to John Stark at 3-1. That's nothing crazy. Especially when they were out there beating teams 10-0, 8-0, 6-0, all that. And they ended their year with a 0-0 tie, and then they beat Sauhegan 3-1 in the postseason. So it was a goalie matchup. We knew that from the start. And we're going to have of course, it's going to be Addie Marchant facilitating the corner play here.
Cavalier corner, Marchant.
Marchant slides it over. Back down low, shot deflected. They got a chance here. She kind of just whiffed on that. They had an opportunity, but they're gonna run back and do it again. Granite State Dairy Promotion supports student athletes and their hardworking athletic trainers. You can learn more about how they're recognizing athletic trainers at NHIAA.org. They wait to send it back. That drive blocked. Nothing there. A hard drive taken by Emily Tebbets. Still with an opportunity. It's still inside the circle. Sent back up top, and we're going to do it again. Another penalty corner. The third straight one here. Can the Cavs make it 2-0?
Corner is Marchant for the Cavaliers.
Marchant. They're great defense there by Peyton Vaughn. They'll break it up. Oh, it goes in! Never mind. The Cavaliers make it 2-0. If there's a will, there's a way. Again from the penalty corner. It's the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers making it 2-0. And there was just so much action. Emily Tebbets, the senior, gets the credit for the goal. And when they score more than one, they've won every game. They are 16-0 when scoring, including postseason and regular season, when scoring more than one goal. If that trend continues, it'll be Hollis Brookline versus John Stark in the finals. But Bo still's got a job to do. This game is far from over. We got 12 more minutes left of field hockey to play. Kaylee Poitras. And these Falcons got to know this game's not over. Anything can happen. Like here, if they can get something going their way, and it'll stay into their possession. A good pass down low here to Vaughn. She'll chase it. Vaughn trying to throw it in, but a body in the way of that one. For Hollis Brookline, it was Brooke Bouchard. She gets to go back to her team's possession. Sent it up, and it's sticked out by Sabrina Hill. But a penalty will bring this back into the way of the Bow Falcons. Hard hit there by Josephine Johnson. Back to the corner. Away and out of play to the possession of the Cavaliers. Bo keeping it on their side. Never mind. Just away. A long pass. Kaylee Poitras couldn't bring it in. A long pass there from Marchant that couldn't find a home, but it ends up on the stick of Jernberg. Jernberg down the wing. Jernberg's got some open space ahead of her. Poitras tripped up on the play. No penalty. As a clean play there. Disco up top. Fed over from Tebbets. It's Crawford. And that goes out of play. The NHIAA would like to thank Aroma Joe's for providing free coffee to our championship volunteers and officials. You can visit aromajoes.com to check out the menu and find a location near you. The body in the way there for Hollis Brookline to get it to go back to their possession. They get the ball back. A pass up that connects initially and will stay their way. Going for it now is Shire Kelly. But at the midfield, it's sent up the wing, and now it's Vito Rose Flag. Connects with Poitras. That's not Poitras, that's Gianna Trot. Pardon me. Flag can't get the clean pass, but kept in by Poitras. Poitras, and now a turnover as the Cavaliers getting it out of their zone. Passed up the field here to Sabrina Hill. In stride, charging for it comes Emily Tebbets. Tebbets couldn't get a clean hit on it. And now Vito Rose Flag. Can she get it out of midfield? No, she can't. It's Marchant who was able to be in the way of that one. Marchant plays mid, and she's their leading scorer. That's nuts. I mean, she's scoring from those penalty corners. I guess that happened a lot this year. Battle for possession. Here come the Cavaliers again. Up into the circle. Hard shot blocked there. I think that caught the foot of Maddie Hebert. And we'll find ourselves back in the penalty corner again. And a chance for Hollis Brookline to work their magic with Addie Merchant. Merchant sets up in the corner. May just be 7 minutes left in Bo's season. Really starts in stopping this play here. Merchant back up top. Sent down. They got the open player. They score! What a shot from Tebbets! She's done it again. Beautiful execution, and this is what the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers do well. They score from their penalty corner attempts. Emily Tebbets, 3-0. And a timeout called by the Bo Falcons. Wow, that was a stomping kind of a play. They just took it and they shoved it right back in Bo's face. I mentioned that penalty corner, that right there, if Bo makes that stop, it's a much different 7 minutes than it's going to be now that it's a 3-0 game. Bo has really got to come as all out as we can. We're being mentioned that 7 minutes away from finding out what this championship will bring. John Stark took down Hanover 3-1 in the game before this. And it's looking like the Cavaliers, the number 1 seed, are going to get the job done here, barring a comeback from the Falcons. But they know what it takes to beat them. They're the only team that's beaten Hollis Brookline this year. Coach Vaughn trying to strategically find a way to rally her girls together. trying to complete a comeback. When Maddie Barrich has been tested, she's unbeatable. However, if you can get her one-on-one, find a way to get what they call it in hockey is an odd man rush. You just have the advantage coming in. That's the only way you're going to beat her. You got to find an open area, got to attack it. It's the only way. I really want to know what that one goal was that ended up going in that in the Hollis Brookline game back in the end of September. They gave up 11 goals all season, and Bo gave up just 12. But 3 goals coming here in this game from the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers, trying to get the job done and enter themselves into the championship game on Saturday in Bedford against the Generals at John Stark. It's a midfield battle, and that is sent up the field. Good move here from Gianna Trott. Trott, though, can't get around Marchant. She'll send it into the circle. Contesting for the puck, and now, contesting for the ball, and now a penalty corner coming up now. As Bo needs to get something going, and it starts here. From the corner. Here they go. Up top, it's Johnson. Can't get a shot off. Hollis Brookline bearing down. Down low, can they put one in there? And it is stopped and back to the corner. And we are entering the Final 5 presented by Final Forms. Final Forms leads the way in sports registration for the compliance, health, and safety of our athletes and is an official partner of the NHIAA. From the corner, and she can't get it off. A little mishap there. And that's got to hurt. That takes away their opportunity. And here we are, nearing at the 4-minute mark in the final 5 of this one. In the midfield, it's knocked up from Jocks. And we certainly hope that Elise Jocks, number 15, the freshman, is all right, after she was shaken up with an injury earlier in the contest. She's back in, so that's just was told there that she's back in. She's all right, so that's good to see that she's back up and all right to finish this out. I mean, she is starting as a freshman as well as Peyton Vaughn, so the future of this Bo team, maybe they don't get it done this year, but at 12-3-1, and they had some huge wins this year, especially that win over Hollis Brookline back at the end of September. They're going to need to get about a goal a minute here to end this, to try to keep their season alive. But they're a young team with 14 underclassmen. They got 5 graduating seniors, just 1 junior. One more rush coming here for Hollis Brookline. They keep it in. They set it up. What a save! It was kept out, and now another stop by Crosscut. They're going to miss her. She's one of the 5 graduating seniors on this team. And I was like so shocked I couldn't even emotionally show how crazy those saves were. Midfield turnover, and Hollis Brookline came to play tonight. This was their game from the first whistle. And with 2 minutes to spare, they've gotten the job done. Do believe this will be their first Division II championship game in their history. Under 2 minutes to go. We're getting the claps going. Back to the midfield now. It is Jernberg. Brings it across. This will stay their way. 1 minute, 10 seconds before the celebration can start. Maybe they can put one more in. But a huge hats off to the Bow Falcons. Making it all the way here as the number 4 seed, winning 12 games in the regular season. And to make it just 1 game short of the championship game. And I think they'll let this... They'll try to push it up, but that should do it with about 35 seconds left. It's sent down. And the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers, they get it done. They win 15-1. They fell just 1 time in the regular season against Bow. But so far, they have come prepared for this one. Can they get one more? It'll go on a play. But against Bow, this time they finish the job. And for the first time in their school's history, the Hollis Brookline Cavaliers are headed to the Division II Field Hockey Championship. They will take on the 2-time defending champ John Stark Generals on Saturday. What a ride it's been so far for the Cavaliers, and they'll look to top it off with a state championship. But they've got the juggernaut in John Stark to face. And what a championship game we will have in store. What a day we had here. What an evening from Exeter High School. Hanover and John Stark, a 3-1 win for the Generals. And then Bow and Hollis Brookline, a 3-0 win for the Cavaliers. That will wrap this up here from William Ball Stadium from Exeter High School. With Steve Cody on production, I'm Zach Johnston from NFHS. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Congratulations to the Generals of John Stark and the Cavaliers of Hollis Brookline. They win their games today and advance to the championship game on Saturday. Once again, Steve Cody on production. I'm Zach Johnston from NFHS. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. And Saturday, the championship. Hollis Brookline versus John Stark. Don't miss it. It's at Bedford. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. We hope to see you again on NFHS Network.